Imagine you stand beside a track. A runaway trolley is racing toward 5 people. You can pull a lever. If you pull it, the trolley will switch tracks. On that other track stands 1 person. If you do nothing, 5 die. If you pull the lever, 1 dies and 5 live. What do? Say your gut answer out loud. Pull or do not pull. Now change one detail. There is no lever. You are on a footbridge above the track. A very heavy man stands beside you. If you push him onto the track, his body will stop the trolley. The 5 will live. He will die. The numbers are the same. The feeling is not. Do you push or do you step back? Welcome. Today we will not just watch a philosophy video. We will do philosophy together. You will make decisions. You will see why your decisions may flip with a small change in the story. You will leave with a simple tool. This tool has 3 lenses: outcomes, rights and rules, intentions. With these 3 lenses, you can sort most moral arguments. You can also stay calm while others disagree. That is the bigger win. Here is the promise. In the next minutes, you will test your own mind. You will notice hidden switches that change your answer. You will practice with 2 short stories. You will hear a quick snapshot from research. You will learn a 1-page method you can use in daily life. And you will end with more clarity and more curiosity than you started with. Let us begin with the first lens: outcomes. The question here is simple. What action brings the best overall result? In the lever case, many people pull. They think 5 lives are better than 1. This is fast math. It feels clean. It feels kind. It looks like the right answer. In disaster zones and hospitals, similar math often guides choices. When supplies are scarce, we try to help more people rather than fewer. When time is short, we try to reduce total harm. But outcome math hides traps. What if you are not sure the lever will work? What if there is a 60% chance it will switch the track and a 40% chance it will jam? How much certainty do you need before you act? Your number matters. Some of you want 90%. Some say 70 is enough. Some will not pull unless they know 100%. Notice how the same case now feels different. The only change is certainty. Change the story again. The 1 person on the sidetrack is there because you sent them to inspect the line. You signed the work order this morning. Your role helped place them in danger. Now the math fights with responsibility. If you pull, you kill someone you sent there. If you do not pull, 5 die. Does your answer change? For many people it does. Role and duty matter. We are not machines. We carry bonds and promises and guilt. Change the story again. The 5 are criminals on their way to prison. The 1 is a doctor about to cure a disease, or swap it. The 5 are doctors. The 1 is your friend. Outcome math tries to compare possible futures, but we do not know the future for sure. We guess. We fill in missing facts with feelings and bias. This does not make outcome thinking useless. It makes it incomplete. It needs help from other lenses. Now the second lens, rights and rules. This lens says people have claims that you should respect. Even if breaking those claims would help others, there are lines you should not cross. Think about theft, lying, assault. We have rules against them because they protect dignity and trust. Under this lens, a person is not a tool. A person is not a spare part. A person is not a sandbag you throw on the track. This explains why many people pull the lever but refuse to push the man. In the lever case, you divert a threat. The 1 person's death is a side effect of the train's new path. In the push case, the person's body is the thing you use to stop the train. You turn a person into a tool. For many, that crosses a moral line. They cannot do it even if the numbers match. Rules are not just about saying no. Rules also protect us when pressure rises. When a crowd shouts for quick action. When someone with power waves a chart that says harm now for a larger gain later. A clear rule can stop a slide. Do not torture. Do not kill the innocent. Do not lie under oath. These are anchors we tie to in high wind. But rules can clash. Do not kill can clash with save lives. Do not break your promise can clash with prevent disaster. When rules pull in different directions, we look for the third lens. The third lens is intentions. Here you ask, what am I aiming to do? What is my goal? What is my plan? Am I trying to do good and facing bad side effects? Or am I using the bad as my method? A classic guideline for this lens says it can be allowed to accept a bad side effect if the good you aim at is strong enough, and the bad is not your chosen means, and you do not want the bad, and your action itself is not wrong in kind. You do not have to memorize the formal name or an old Latin phrase. Keep the question simple. Is the harm a means, or is it a side effect? Hold that in mind and test the two cases again. In the lever case, many people say they aim to save 5. They do not aim to kill the 1. The death of the 1 is a foreseen side effect. It is tragic. It is not the method. In the push case, the person's death is the method. His body stops the trolley. The bad is used as the means to the good. For many, that turns a yes into a no. These lenses are not a game of tricks. They name what your mind already does. Your heart reacts to closeness and contact. Your head counts outcomes and risks. Your sense of duty remembers promises and lines. You are not broken if you feel tension. You are human. Let us ground this in stories. Imagine Layla. She runs a small control room in a rail yard. A signal fails. A maintenance cart rolls toward 5 workers on track A. She can flip a switch that sends the cart to track B, where 1 inspector stands. She trained that inspector. She set the schedule. She knows their family. She pulls the switch. The 5 live. The 1 dies. Layla is not okay. She meets with the inspector's parents. She explains the failure. She changes the safety process. She wakes at night. She did the outcome math. She also feels the weight of her role. Both can be true at once. Now imagine Sami. He is on a narrow bridge above a track. He sees the trolley. He sees 5 people on the main track. He sees a large stranger beside him. He knows that if he pushes the stranger, the body will stop the trolley. He cannot do it. He freezes. He screams for help. The trolley rushes on. The 5 die. Afterwards, Sami says this: I could not turn a person into my tool. I could not use his body like a brake. The numbers said push. My rule said no. His intention was not to save 5 by killing 1. His intention was to not become a killer. Notice something. Layla acted and feels pain. Sami did not act and feels pain. There is no easy path free of pain. The lenses do not erase pain. They help you carry it with more clarity and less confusion. They help you describe why you chose as you did. They help you speak to other people who chose another way. Here's a small snapshot from studies. When a case feels personal and up close, people often feel stronger emotion. When a case feels distant and impersonal, people often lean on calculation. This does not prove that emotion is bad or that math is good. It suggests our minds use different modes for different cases. Here is another snapshot. Large global surveys that ask trolley-style questions show both broad patterns and differences across cultures. Many people prefer saving more lives. Many also resist using a person as a tool. But how strongly these preferences show up can vary by place and by framing. Policy should not assume a single rule fits all communities. That is why public debate matters. People should know the rules their city uses when setting up new technology. Now it is your turn to try the tool. Picture a page with 3 boxes: outcomes, rights and rules, intentions. Write a case at the top, then fill the boxes. Start with outcomes. Who is helped? Who is harmed? How certain are you? What are the near-term effects? What are the long-term effects? Are you overcounting some and undercounting others? Now fill the rights and rules box. What promises did you make? What roles do you hold? Which lines should not be crossed? Are you turning a person into a tool? Are there rules that should stop you even when the math looks good? Last, fill the intentions box. What are you trying to do? What is the aim of your action? Is the harm you see a means to your goal, or is it a side effect you foresee but do not want? Is the good large enough to justify accepting that side effect? Is the act itself right or wrong in kind? Let us test the tool with a new case. A city hospital faces a sudden power loss after a storm. One emergency generator supports 5 patients through a splitter. Another small generator supports a fragile patient who will die if the machine stops for even a few seconds. You can reroute power to the main generator. That will save the 5. It will stop the small generator for half a minute. That will kill the 1. Do you reroute? Try the 3 boxes. Outcomes. Save 5. Lose 1. Certainty is high. Rights and rules. Do we treat stopping the small generator like pulling a plug? Are there hospital policies that forbid direct removal of life support in this way? Are there prior promises to the fragile patient and their family? Intentions. Are you using the 1's death to power the 5, or is the death a foreseen side effect of a general power decision? Honest people can land on different sides here. What matters is that you can now say why. Before we move to the recap, try a quick game. Set your personal certainty line. In the lever case, at what chance of success would you pull? 60%, 70, 80, 100. Your number tells you how you balance risk and duty. It also helps you talk with others without heat. You can say this: I respect your choice at 60%. My risk bar is higher. That is why I said no. Now we both understand the real point of difference. Let us elevate the stakes for a moment. These thought experiments are not only for classrooms, they echo in policy. Think about self-driving cars. Think about medical triage in emergencies. Think about city planning for floods. People will build systems that must make hard choices. Those systems should not hide the moral rules they follow. Communities should help set those rules. That means we all need better tools for talking about harm, duty, and intention. The three-lens method is one such tool. It is simple. It is not perfect. It is enough to start a fair conversation. Now the recap. Outcomes ask what action brings the best overall result. Rights and rules remind us that people are not tools, and some lines should not be crossed. Intentions ask whether the harm is a means or a side effect, and whether the good aim is strong enough. Together, these lenses show why smart people disagree. They also show where your own answer may flip when the story changes. Proximity matters. Physical contact matters. Certainty matters. Role and promise matter. Once you notice these hidden switches, you can explain your view without shouting. You can also listen without rolling your eyes. Here are a few practice tips. When you face a hard choice, say the case in one clear sentence. Do not pile on details. Fill the outcomes box in 30 seconds. Do not overthink. Then name one rule that feels relevant. Write it as a short sentence with no qualifiers. Do not harm. Do not lie. Do not use a person as a tool. Then ask the intention question. What am I aiming at? Is the harm a method or a side effect? If you get stuck, switch boxes. If you get emotional, slow down and breathe. If you feel shame, name it. Shame often signals a rule you care about. If you feel fear, check the certainty box again. Fear often magnifies small risks. When you talk with someone who disagrees, try this line. Let me see if I can say your view back to you. You are using the outcomes lens, and you think saving more lives is the key. Or this line. You are using the rights lens, and you think using a person as a tool is a hard stop. Or this line. You are using the intention lens, and you think the harm would become the method. People feel respect when you label their lens fairly. They will listen to you more after that. You may ask, which lens is best? The honest answer is that life is messy. No single lens wins in every case. The point is to know which lens you are using and why. The point is to test your own story by trying the other lenses for 1 minute. Many bad arguments melt when you do this. Many fights turn into thoughtful talks. You do not have to agree at the end. You do have to understand the disagreement. Let us close the loops we opened at the start. First loop, the framing that flips most people. That was the move from lever to push. The difference is not the math. The difference is the means. Second loop, the number that predicts your answer. That was your certainty threshold. Your number shapes your outcome choices more than you might think. Third loop, the one-page tool to win arguments politely. That was the three-lens worksheet. Use it in family talks. Use it at work. Use it when politics gets hot. It keeps minds clear and hearts steady. Here is a calm thought to carry with you. Someone can pull the lever and still be a good person. Someone can refuse to push and still be a good person. The point of moral thinking is not to find a trick that forces everyone to agree. The point is to learn to reason with care, act with courage, and stay open to learning. If this session helped you think more clearly, join our curious crowd. Subscribe for more episodes like this. Share the choice you still struggle with. Put it in one sentence. Many people will learn from your story. If you want a printable version of the three-lens page, check the link in the description. You can keep it on your desk. It takes 1 minute to fill. It can save you hours of stress. Next time, we will explore a new case. Imagine a machine that can give you perfect bliss. No pain, no fear. All your dreams feel real. Would you plug in? Your answer may reveal what you value most. Joy, truth, meaning, autonomy. It is not an easy choice. It is a clean way to see your core beliefs. I will see you there. Before we end, consider one last reflection. Behind every rule you hold, there is a story. Behind every number you choose, there is a fear or a hope. The trolley problem looks like a cold puzzle. It is not. It is a mirror. It shows you how your mind, Heart and duties tug on each other. When you notice that tug, you grow wiser. You judge others less. You judge your future self with more grace. Think back to your first gut answers. Would you still choose the same? If yes, can you now explain your choice in 2 lines? If no, what detail flipped you? Was it the contact on the bridge? Was it your role in sending someone to the track? Was it your certainty number? Name the switch. You have learned something valuable about yourself. If you work on a team that makes plans which affect safety, share this tool. Do a 5-minute drill at the start of a meeting. State a case. Fill the 3 boxes on a whiteboard. Ask what would change the answer. Look for hidden assumptions. Write them plainly. Clear saying leads to clear thinking. Clear thinking leads to safer action. If you build products with algorithms, if you code systems that make choices in the world, bring people from diverse backgrounds into the room. Do not bury the rules in a file. Write them in plain words. Outcomes, rights and rules, intentions. Set targets and limits. Ask the public. Explain trade-offs. You will earn trust when you explain with humility. Remember that moral language is like a set of tools. Use the right tool at the right time. Do not use a hammer on a screw. Do not use a saw when you need a level. When someone uses a tool clumsily, show them a better grip. Do not shame them for holding a tool at all. We are all learning. You may still feel that the trolley problem is strange. You are right. Real life rarely shows us tracks and levers, but life does show us trade-offs and lines and intentions every day. You decide who to help first. You decide when to tell a hard truth. You decide what risk to accept. You decide what role you own when something goes wrong. In that sense, the trolley problem is not far away. It is here. It is now. It is in the next small choice you make after this video ends. Take a breath. Picture the 3 boxes one last time. Outcomes, rights and rules, intentions. Keep them in your head like 3 questions. What helps most? What lines must not be crossed? What am I aiming to do? Say them out loud if it helps. The more you use them, the more natural they become. Soon you will hear these questions in your mind when you face a tough call. You will choose with more confidence and less noise. Thank you for thinking with me today. Thank you for bringing your values to the table. Thank you for listening to other people who may choose differently. Curiosity is a muscle. You just trained it. If you want more sessions like this, subscribe and join us next time. Until then, be kind, be clear, and keep learning.